So you know I took off this week so I'd be able to spend more time with you before you went off to college. What's going on though? How you feeling?
I mean, I'm ready to go. I just hope, I'm able to make a name for myself out there.
Hey, don't even worry about it, bro. You gonna make a name for yourself out there. I'm proud of you. For real.
My name is Jakari Ward, a.k.a. the first running back on this channel. And growing up for me wasn't easy. Actually, let me take y'all back. So the guy y'all seen in the intro was my older brother. And I mean older by 10 years. So look, when I was about 12 years old, my mom had unfortunately passed away. We was all three going through it. My dad, me, and my brother. So obviously this was definitely one of the worst times of my life. And what made it worse is that after this, everything went downhill. The only parent that I had left was going through depression and started drinking way too much. Eventually he would start showing up to work drunk, which would lead to him losing his job. So now with barely any money coming in and not being able to provide, he was willing to do anything to make the ends meet. And on his search to make some quick money, he resorted to robbing some gas stations, but that ain't last long because he ended up getting caught and taken to prison. Now with both of my role models gone, around the time I was about 14, I started putting my hands in some crime. Now my brother was a truck driver, so he would be gone throughout the week and home on the weekend. And he would leave me with more than enough money and food. But at this time, I thought that was a good way of making my own money. But now that I think about it, this felt like it was more of a cry for attention. And to be honest, I got what I was looking for. After he heard about how much trouble I've been getting into, he gave me a talk that basically changed my life. Of course, he had told me that our mom and our pops would not be proud of me right now. And he gave me the idea of trying out sports so I could have something to keep myself occupied while he's gone. Life was already hard enough for us, and I was just making it harder. And after I had realized that, I had to make a change. So I had started watching highlights of the GOAT LeBron, trying to figure out which sport I should start playing. In the end, I chose football, and after watching Barry Sanders highlights, I even knew the position I wanted to play. And before you knew it, I was going crazy on the field. And I was in that weight room like it was no tomorrow. I'm talking about before school, after school, and any free time I had was spent making myself a better player. And all that work I was putting in the weight room was definitely showing when I got to the field. See, in high school, I was at DeSoto. If y'all know anything about high school football, I ain't even gotta say too much. But it's like every time the ball hit my hands, y'all knew I was finna make a big play. And it ain't take long for my name to get out there to these college scouts. I was having a field day out there, and by the time I became a senior, I was ranked number 11 at my position, along with 5 stars. And as y'all can see, I was already committed.
3 weeks later.
I've been out here in Louisville for a minute. As y'all can see, I'm in the dorm. Hey, I got here on a full ride scholarship, so they put me in a cool little spot. I'm gonna give y'all a quick tour. So y'all just seen the kitchen. Nothing crazy, just the basics in there. Then we got a nice little living space. And unlike most college students, I actually got my own washer and dryer in this one. I mean, they hooked me up for real. I got everything I need. And then on the other side of the dorm, I got my room. I can see I still ain't done unpacking. Yeah, it's a little simple, but from where I came from, this is basically luxury. And then from my room leads into the bathroom. And yeah, just in case y'all wanted to see, I just gave y'all a little tour. And I ain't gonna lie, I could get used to it out here. But anyways, I've been killing in practice, but coach did say he gonna make me earn my starting job, and that ain't no problem. But game day is coming up, and I'm definitely ready. My first ever college football game, and even though I ain't starting, it still feels great to make it this far. And if I keep putting in that work, I know it ain't gonna take long for me to get that starting job. Now our first game of the season, we up against an FCS school. Taking my first play, and I ain't even at the halfback position, and I get a mean college football welcoming. At least I head on to it, but I got lit up. We up 14-0 in the second quarter. I see it's a ghost land right in front of me, so I take off straight up the seam. UB sees me open, and I get my first ever college football touchdown. I'm already showing coach that I can contribute.
Some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out.
So I barely played, but at least I got a touchdown. And we win our first game of the season with the score being 27-0. Hey man, I ain't even complaining. I'm just ready for the next game. But I did lead all the receivers in yards for 70 and 2 touchdowns off 2 receptions. After the first game of the season, coach had me and the other halfback stay after practice, and I would get the chance to compete for the starting job. Game number 2 of the season, man, coming off an easy win. We up against Jack State, looking to go 2-0. And And as y'all can see, your boys in the backfield, I did indeed win that starting job, and I'm ready to cook like I did in high school. First snap of the game, he handed off, and I get some good blocks and make my way up past the first down. Very next play, I pop out to the flat. QB looks my way. I break one defender, break another, and then spin out of another tackle before being brought down past the 50, showing off my elusiveness early in the game. Third quarter, we up 14-10. It's a read option. I get the handoff, make a jump cut to the outside, and now it's just a foot race. And one thing about me, ain't nobody finna catch me when I see all that open field, and I make my way to the end zone for my first touchdown of the night.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game, scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point.
So we finish off this game with the score being 24-13, taking 2 dubs in a row. I myself had a good game, but I feel like I ain't showed y'all everything I can do on the field. But we just warming up. I'll finish this game with 2 receptions for 19 yards and 2 rushing attempts for 86 yards and a touchdown. Game number 3, man, we ranked number 11 with a record of 2-0, and we rocking that all black. Man, I had a good game last week, but I got to take it up a notch. And as y'all can see, we up against Georgia Tech, trying to send them home with an L. My very first play of the game, we go with a handoff, I get jammed, but bounce back to the inside, take one defender, and now it's a foot race, man. I leave Georgia Tech defense in the dust and make my way to the end zone for my first touchdown of the game.
And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big.
Score being tied at 7, I pop out to the flat. QB hits me for a 4-yard gain. A few plays later, I get out to the outside. QB goes my way again. I juke one defender, cut outside and spin out of a tackle before being brought down right outside the first down. First play of the second quarter, QB hands it off. I find a hole in the defense, take it straight up the gut, and I'm brought down inside the red zone. Score being 10-14, we got a draw play. QB hands it off. I attack the gap and shake 2 defenders before being blocked by my own teammate, and I'm brought down at the 39. The score is now 17-17. I get the handoff. I got some great blocks, and I'm collecting ankles today. Very next play, I get the handoff again. I try to make a move, but I can't get loose, and I get us a gain of 5 yards. We're down at the 12-yard line looking to punch it in off of this handoff. I end up going down trying to spin it to the end zone, but they're able to bring me down a yard short. Score is now 17-27 in the fourth quarter, and I end up taking some more ankles along this run. We're at the 11-yard line looking to punch it in again, and I'm able to do that for my second touchdown of the night. Late in the fourth, the score is 24-34. QB pitches it to me, and I ain't got to do a lot of work. I just make my way to the outside, and it's another foot race. And I gain some great yards. It's going to look good on my stat sheet, and my third touchdown of the night.
They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
So we win this one with the score being 41-24, taking our winning streak to 3. And I win player of the game with 214 rushing yards, 13 attempts, and 3 touchdowns. Going absolutely crazy. Y'all see who we got on the schedule for the 4th game of the season. Really our first test, but we've been on a roll, man. 3 games straight, we finna keep it going. First play of the game, we got a handoff. I find that gap and pick up where I left off, juking defenders. Now I got open space. You already know ain't nobody finna keep up. As I take off and make my way to the 20-10. And I'm in that end zone for my first touchdown of the game on the first play of the game. The score is 10-0. We're back in our own end zone. QB throws to me, and I'm able to get us a 1 yard short of the first down. Very next play, he's going to hand it off to me. I see a gap and get that first down before a short gain. We keep trying to running game, but Notre Dame is starting to sit on it. On a 1st and 10, I'm able to get us past that first down again. We only get a field goal, and the score is 13-7. QB delivers a dot, and I take this up past the first down again. A few plays later, we go with the handoff, and I take this up for another nice amount of yards. Minute left in the third, and the score is 19-14. I see daylight and try to tell him to pick up that block. My foot gets clipped as I attempt that hurdle.
And listen,
3 minutes left in the fourth. The score is now 19-22. Notre Dame is up, and I pick up a gain of 7 yards. A few plays later, he's going to hand it off again, and I show off my shiftiness, making jump cut after jump cut before being brought down for a gain of 10. A minute left in the fourth. The score is 26-29. Notre Dame is up by 3, and I'm trying to make something happen with another nice game. With 30 seconds left, the QB unloads a bomb downfield. The receiver brings it in, and we get a late touchdown, giving us back the lead, man. And we're able to slip away with a close victory, with the score being 33-29. We just happy to keep that winning streak going. I had another big game with 147 rushing yards off 9 attempts and a touchdown, and 31 receiving yards. And this is where I will end the video. If y'all enjoyed it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And with that being said, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.